Good morning, student. Today we will read about the different modes by which disease can spread from unhealthy person to healthy person. Okay, so these are the today we will discuss mainly about the infectious disease and the modes of spreading this particular diseases. So what are the infectious agents? First we should understand about the infectious agents. What are the infectious agents and how they spread this disease? So infectious agents are such type of agents or infectious diseases which are caused by bacteria or fungus or viruses or protozoans and worms. Such type these agents or these pathogens are known as infectious agents. Mean that infectious disease are spread by several agents or several pathogens, and these agents, those who spread infectious diseases, are known as infectious agents. Like some common causative agents I'll tell you now, like common cold, polio, influenza, smallpox, herpes, dengue, measles, hepatitis, AIDS. They all are spread by viruses. Okay, like common cold virus, you can see here common cold or influenza can spread by this common cold virus. Typhoid, tuberculosis, pneumonia, tetanus, diphtheria, cholera, diarrhea, syphilis, anthrax, they all are the bacterial disease. Okay, next is about malaria, kalazar, sleeping sickness, amoebic dysentery. So amoebic dysentery, they all are caused by protozoans. Okay, so they are the protozoans. Some disease can spread by worms also, like elephantitis, filariasis, ascariasis. One disease is caused by worm, and this worm name is ascaris. So, by these examples, you can observe that different diseases are spread by some causative agents, and the agents are very important. Okay, so how we can classify these infectious agents? So these infectious agents are classified on the basis of that different particular groups, like bacteria. Some bacteria are having similar characteristic, that's why they come under one group. Clear? Or antibiotics are especially block the pathway of these bacteria, they stop the working of bacteria. That's why antibiotic especially work on bacteria. In your previous class also you have read in 8th standard that antibiotics specially work on bacteria. Like one example I am giving you about penicillin. Penicillin is a one antibiotic which especially we use to kill bacteria or stop the infection of bacteria. Penicillin is very effective against many bacteria. Okay, so but keep one thing in your mind, antibiotic do not work against viral infection. For virus different vaccines are there, that is another thing, but for bacterial infection antibiotic work. So what is the notable point for you all? Antibiotics work on bacteria, but antibiotic do not work against any viral infection. Okay, so what are the different means of spread of disease? These are the different means of spread of disease. Mean through air. So if any infected person throws little droplets outside from it in form of sneezing or coughing, that time all these droplets can breathe by healthy person, so who is standing near to him. That's why you should maintain social distancing with infected person. So that time these infected particles can enter inside the body of a healthy person. So this type of infection which caused by droplet form, so this infection is known as droplet infection. By sneezing or coughing, if any unhealthy person throw out these droplets, अगर कोई किसी बीमार आदमी ने स्नीज़ किया, कफ़ किया, तो ड्रॉपलेट्स उसके बाहर आ जाते हैं और उन ड्रॉपलेट्स में बहुत सारे मिलियंस ऑफ पैथोजेंस होते हैं. ओके, सो दिस टाइप ऑफ इन्फेक्शन इज़ नोन एज ड्रॉपलेट इन्फेक्शन. जनरली दिस टाइप ऑफ स्प्रेड, दिस टाइप ऑफ infection cause common cold, pneumonia, tuberculosis. These diseases can spread by air, okay, and by the droplet infection. Second is type of means of spread is through contaminated water. Means if you use contaminated water in regular interval of time, so there is a possibility that contaminated means जिसमें कोई किसी fecal material, if any unhealthy person or choleric person, किसी आदमी को अगर कोलेरा हो गया, and that time if that particular person pass his excreta in water, and if you drink contaminated water, so that time cholera or different bacteria are present in that contaminated water. If you not purify water or directly you drink this contaminated water, so these pathogen directly can enter inside of your body. Clear? So these microbes if enters the body of a healthy person, that time it start new infection. I hope you are getting my point. So we should always drink clean water, purified water, okay. After boiling of water in a certain temperature, that is also very effective. If you drink boiled water, that is also very effective, because in higher temperature many bacteria or many pathogens gets to be died, okay. So through contaminated food, if you eat contaminated food, that time also means contaminated food by flies, by insects, because the body surface of these insect or flies contain many disease causing agents. So that time if you eat contaminated food, open food, okay, so that time you can get infected by these diseases like cholera, typhoid, dysentery can spread by this method. Means flies, generally house flies, they sit on dirty fecal material. So if these flies sit on dirty fecal material, so that time the pathogens can stick on their legs or their body, their mouth parts also. If they again sit on healthy food, so that time there's a 100% possibility they leave pathogens on food. If you eat open food directly, so that time these pathogens can enter inside your body and show the second level of infection, okay. Next is through vectors. These are the different vectors by which also disease can transmit from unhealthy person to healthy person, or infected person to healthy person. Like mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are responsible for spreading of different diseases, number of diseases. Like, or flies also spread different diseases. CC fly generally responsible for the disease of CC fly contain one protozoan named trypanosoma, और trypanosoma एक बीमारी करता है that is known as the sleeping sickness. So sleeping sickness disease is causative एजेंट इज प्रोटोजोन, बट वो प्रोटोजोन को सब ह्यूमंस तक पहुंचाने वाली एक मक्खी, दैट इज सीसी फ्लाई. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? Cholera is also it is a bacterial disease, but this bacteria is just circulated in the environment with the help of housefly. Like malaria is caused by a plasmodium vivax named Plasmodium vivax, one kind of protozoan, okay. This Plasmodium vivax live inside the body of this mosquito, Anopheles, female Anopheles. Plasmodium vivax is this is responsible for the malarial disease. और वो मलेरिया डिजीज़ के प्रोटोजोन को कौन अपने अंदर रखता है? एनोफिलीज, फीमेल एनोफिलीज. Whenever this particular mosquito bites an infected person, it receives all the causative agent, and when this same mosquito bite any healthy person, that time these disease spreading protozoans can enter inside the healthy people, okay. Are you getting my point? So by which also disease can be spread from unhealthy person to healthy person. Second, by physical contact. If any person is having, due to handshake or hugging and all, the or if you are using contaminated clothes, towels of infected person, that time the disease can be spread from one person to other person. Like ringworm, जिसको हम दाद बोलते हैं, okay, small pox, chicken pox, these diseases can spread by physical contact. Okay, next is last one is of sexual contact. Like these diseases which is spread by transmitted by sexual contact, this disease is known as sexually transmitted disease and can be transmitted from unhealthy person to healthy person by physical contact as well as sexual contact or sexual intercourse. Okay, so AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, these are the sexually transmitted disease and can spread by sexual contact between two people. Okay, so that time if infected person have a sexual intercourse with healthy person, that time there is a possibility that this disease can spread from one person to other person. Okay, so AIDS is a disease, sexually transmitted disease, and 1st December we celebrate as a World AIDS Day. Okay, so AIDS was first recognized by Dr. Gottlieb in USA. Clear? So nowadays one medicine is very effective for AIDS patient and you should know about it, and this disease name is AZT, azithromycin. Okay, so AZT, azithromycin is very effective medicine for AIDS. AIDS is generally transmitted from one person to AIDS virus means HIV virus. एड्स एक वायरस की वजह से होता है, दैट वायरस इज नोन एज HIV एंड फुल फॉर्म ऑफ एड्स इज acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, and it generally infective agent of this particular disease is HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, and it is just mean that it is transmitted by different ways, like if you are just this AIDS can be transmitted not only by sexual intercourse. If you induce unhealthy blood, okay, means HIV contaminated blood, that time also there is a possibility that AIDS can be spread from one person to other person. Second thing, if a lady, pregnant lady is having HIV and HIV positive, so that time there is a possibility that the HIV virus can move from pregnant lady to newborn baby, okay, or unborn baby. So that time HIV test is very compulsory for all pregnant ladies. So during pregnancy there is a possibility that it can be the infected mother can infect baby also. Okay, using syringe, contaminated syringe, needles, these are also the ways by which AIDS or sexually transmitted disease can pass on from unhealthy person to healthy person. So these are the different ways by which disease can transfer from one person to other person. So I hope that much is clear, and if you have any query regarding this, please send me your question. Thank you, children.